These are cuttings from a Momotaro tomato that the seeds came from True Leaf, and they are in rainwater with some Fertilome root stimulator mixed weaker than the recommended concentration because I don't like to measure things. They've been alive for a couple days. I've got some hydrogen pellets in there holding it in place, and this is just a green tea bottle. So here's a little thing of note. The Biet Alpha was the first to show, but the Satsoro, I know I'm butchering that pronunciation, from True Leaf in San Diego, I think. These were the first to grow. So when this was showing a seed, there was nothing here. And now, you know, we have 3 little ones here barely coming through the Biet Alpha. And these are up and they're already spreading their leaves. We can't forget these other 2 Brad's Atomic Grape. They're really coming along. And we've also got this Malabar climbing. Forgive the messy patio. And we had a cucumber in here and the dog snatched it. And it's back in the nursery for now. These marigolds are supposed to protect the soil. My grandmother always used to grow them. And you just, you find a properly dried flower and pull it out. And these are your seeds, and if they're black like this, that means they're ready. And you can just plant these around. You take these flower petals out from the top here. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but you can just plant these around and they'll just grow. A real quick look at some of the things I use in the garden for different circumstances. This dust, I picked that up at Ollie's. It was cheap. This triple action, the Fertilome, this was $28 a bottle, and this bottle is several years old now. It doesn't take much, and I have mixed results with this. The first year I used it when it was fresh, it was great. Recently, its action has been questionable. It may be old and need to be replaced. This I use for cuttings in water, and the triple action here, I use this to spray. It's not the best. I got it on Woot. It was a discount purchase, and you have to shake it for it to spray properly. So there's that. We're sitting on the patio this morning. Let's see, we've got some sage with some lettuce growing next to it in the same pot. We've got mustard with the majorum, not marjoram, majorum. Every time I say, oh, have you ever tried the herb marjoram? Everyone's like, you mean butter? No, bro, no, something different. We got the Tong Ho is flowering here. We've got bee balm and some mint. That. There's a volunteer tomato and a bunch of cilantro and some 4 o'clocks coming up out of the ground in the back there. So we're starting marigolds in this pot. We have little strawberries, some really nice pepper plants, and the large tomato back here, you can see that is a Momotaro from Kitazawa Seed Company. As recommended on a channel I follow. I couldn't tell you their name. So on the table, this is kind of my nursery, my makeshift nursery until we get a greenhouse or a hoop house or something. These onions, this onion has been alive since I think January of this year, and it's just kind of here to keep the flies away. We have some volunteer lettuce that hasn't been planted out. We have a cucumber that the dog snatched out of the ground, and I gathered it back up and put it back in the pot. And it's doing quite well now. It's nice. This is a nice firm plant. It's not wilty at all. We have some cucumbers here. This is also from Kitagawa, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. We have the Biet Alpha cucumbers. We have some watercress. Now, I've never grown watercress before. Look at the roots just coming out in the air on this thing. It really needs to be transplanted. I have never grown watercress before, and I am incredibly impressed with the flavor. There's a reason why this plant is sought after for its flavor. It is just delicious. The moonflowers are coming up. They're looking a little rough, some of them, but they'll grow out of that. Nice little small basil. I snatched this out of a pot where there were several basil plants all together. We have another Malabar spinach. There are currently four Malabar in the yard. And then we have some tomato plants. These first two are German pink beefsteak. I have so many of those that these just haven't been planted. And then we have Big Rainbow. These were just transplanted this week. They were all in one pot together. Now they have their own pots. We have 3 more Momotaro. We have the pineapple tomato. These are all from Baker Creek. And then over here we have 4 Brad's Atomic Grape. And these were in the garden, and they were in a cluster of 6, and I pulled 4 of them out and left 2 in place. And there are some squash and some new cucumbers over here that have come up. One thing that the Cajo melon did not sprout this time. So the last thing on the table here, besides this is garden cress, and then there's some mustard that didn't get planted. Garden cress is very different than watercress, and is very spicy like horseradish, whereas this cress here is just very mild. So the last thing on the table here is this little cup, and you don't have to make it like this, but I went ahead and cut a little tea container, Arizona green tea, and in this there's some hydrogen clay pellets to hold the stems in place, and there is a blackberry that I think my dog or a bird broke this stem off the blackberry plant, so I just kind of stuck it in here. The tomatoes in here are Momotaro, and I'd say these have been in here for about a week. So I'm confident that they will root eventually, but it's only been a week. They are still looking pretty healthy. And in that water is a properly prepared concentration. The pH is 5.8, and it contains this root stimulator, which instructs you to use 3 teaspoons per gallon. So I might go a little weaker than that sometimes, but I rarely ever go stronger with something exactly like this. Anyway, let's go to the garden.